Hello, my name's Lisa, and if this is your first time here, then thank you for choosing to click on this video. If you are a returning subscriber, then just know I really do appreciate you. And if you are one of my channel members, then thank you very much for your support. Today's video is going to be an anti-scam video, and I appreciate all of your views as we go into this deep dive of the pink sauce, which is a sauce that went viral on TikTok in 2022 and is still continuing to cause drama even up to today's date in January of 2024. The video is going to be about Veronica Shaw, aka Chef P. Chef P started out by making videos on TikTok sharing her making her pink sauce, but in the true sense of marketing a new product, she left quite a lot of details out, such as what the ingredients were and how it actually tasted. And anyone that knows anything about marketing, that is one of the best ways to create curiosity for a product. If she did everything right, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So as you can tell, things did not go according to her plan. So let's find out what went wrong, shall we? Her TikToks went viral and they had millions of views. And this led to lots of orders once the pink sauce was available for sale. And this took place in the July of 2020. This dressing was going to cost people $20. And to be honest, I'm absolutely gobsmacked that people paid it, but they did. And there's a saying in the UK, there's nought stranger than folk, and that is definitely true in this case. Many of the people who received the product were very disappointed, and some of them also were people that made TikTok reviewing products, and they proceeded to do just that. They made videos showing what happened when the product was received. Some of them showed the packaging was in a terrible condition. Others showed the bottle was grossly expanded. Another one showed that there were no contents left in the bottle at all, and they were basically all over the bottle, as you can see now.
Get this! It don't even say pink sauce on this.
So, as you can imagine, people were very upset with what was transpiring. These people had shelled out $20 for a bottle of pink ranch dressing, and they found out that it was predominantly made of dragon fruit, which gave it the pink colour. People ordered this through a very basic website that had its very own set of problems. One of the main issues were the bottles were on display on this website, but they didn't show any ingredients. And Chef P addressed this in the comments of some videos when comments were made, and she said, "Don't worry, it'll all be sorted out. The ingredients will be on the bottles when they are shipped out." Things with the pink sauce went downhill very fast, as I have already stated. And one of the main reasons is because this sauce was made in Chef P's own kitchen and not in a professional manufacturing facility. So that led to a lot of quality issues, and one of those was the colour obviously didn't stay consistent, and neither did the consistency. Some of the bottles had a very pale pink sauce in them, others had a medium type of pink in them, and still others had a very vibrant pink in them. The cracks and the red flags were really starting to show, but that did not diminish anything for Chef P. She still carried on producing the sauce, and people still, surprisingly, carried on purchasing it. As I'm sure you've probably guessed, things did not improve in any massive way for quite a while. As you can tell by what I've already said about the way these bottles were received, they were not shipped properly under the correct guidelines. And in my opinion, this is basically because Chef P didn't understand there were any guidelines. I mean, who in their right mind is going to start a food business of all things and not know what the regulations are? Well, obviously, I've already answered that question because that's exactly what Veronica Shaw did. Everything in this video is my opinion and my interpretation of the facts and videos that I've seen on this subject. One of the main reasons that these bottles arrived bloated and smelling disgusting is because one of the ingredients in the pink sauce is milk, and that basically has to stay refrigerated, and that was not being carried out, which made the obvious happen. The milk went off, and this could have caused food poisoning for anyone that consumed it due to the build-up of bacteria. The product was also not approved by the FDA, and to be honest, Veronica should have done a lot of research before she put this product out for sale, and she didn't, in my opinion, and that is going to be supported by what she says in this video clip.
What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products.
You're absolutely right, Chef P. It is not a drug. No, but it's just as dangerous because it is food, and food goes off and can cause people to die from botulism. People that work in the food industry have to go and do tests on food safety as well as hygiene, and also what all of the allergies are that people could have. My youngest daughter has a nut allergy, so it's recommended that nobody eats nuts around her because it could have fatal consequences. My husband is a celiac, so if anyone eats gluten around him, such as wheat, oats, barley, and rye, then that can make him very sick. And these are all things that you should know if you are seriously going into a business to do with food. Chef P yet again promised that all problems would be fixed in order for people to keep buying the product. And to be fair, a lot of them did continue purchasing it. Let me know in the comments which one of these you think it was. Was it a lack of knowledge, as I stated, or was it because she wanted to become famous and have lots of money? Obviously, the answer could be both of those, couldn't it? Either way, I feel she thought the rules did not apply to her. As things continue to go from bad to worse with the pink sauce, and more complaints were coming day by day, Chef P made a video full of excuses. And in my opinion, she should have been making a video owning up to her mistakes and apologising. After a short period of time, Chef P did make a video saying that people were going to be refunded.
Hey y'all, okay, so announcement. We have refunded everyone who is currently waiting on their pink sauce order. When we open up pre-sales, you guys will be able to purchase the pink sauce when we launch pre-sales. You guys will receive a discount code for the people that did purchase when I first launched, okay? Some people are already receiving refunds. However, please allow it up to 10 days for the money to hit your account. Different merchants, different days, different rules, different policies. But yeah, so there's no more confusion. No one can put a claim saying that we didn't refund them. Everyone is refunded until we open pre-sales. Thank you very, very much.
In my opinion, I do believe that she did actually refund people, but not out of the goodness of her heart or because she was owning up to anything. Oh no, she refunded people because she was going to have a new launch, and it was a precursor with a discount attached for the new product that was shortly to be coming out. Chef P was also saying that none of this was her fault, and I don't agree with that statement. And one thing we can look at here is lots of her videos have disappeared. So if she was not in the wrong, then why have the videos all gone? Chef P is really lucky, in my opinion, because these TikToks did go viral and they caught the attention of a company called Dave's Gourmet, and they make various different hot sauces. Dave could obviously see this was a viral sensation, so he made a deal with Chef P. Dave's company takes on the proper manufacturing of the pink sauce and gets it FDA approved, and it's all carried out in a proper facility so that the quality control is a lot better than what it would be by someone inexperienced making the product in their own kitchen. All Chef P had to do in this legally binding contract is the marketing of the product to her very large TikTok audience, which isn't a big ask, really, is it? Considering she was doing that already when she was making the product herself. So to me, that seems like her only having to do half of the work. From what I can see of this is an amazing outcome for her, because the alternative could have been that she would lose everything and end up with no product to boot. When Dave's Gourmet manufactures the product, they put a new price point on it of only $7. And obviously, that's a huge amount better than the $20 Chef P was charging. In the beginning, Chef P keeps up her end of the deal, and she is making promotional TikTok videos for the pink sauce. And one such video is where she's showing the pink sauce on the shelves of Walmart, which is a massive supermarket chain, and she's extremely lucky that Dave's Gourmet manages to get her product in there. People did at first buy the product off of the shelves at Walmart, but there were still a lot of unhappy customers. And this led to the product in Walmart being drastically reduced so they could get rid of the build-up stock. Due to the differing colour of the pink sauce, Chef P decides to blame Dave's Gourmet for all of the things that are going wrong. But in my opinion, she's extremely lucky they got involved with her in the first place, because all of these problems occurred when she was the one who was making it and selling it and shipping it out. And yet she doesn't want to take any responsibility at all for anything that has happened. This company that came to her rescue paid her $120,000 in installments, and yet you can go to the GoFundMe page and see that Chef P has one set up, and she has raised over $25,000 and lying about why she needs it. She said that Dave's hasn't paid her and that she's been evicted, and a lot of the money that she received from Dave's Gourmet went in fees for Airbnbs for her and her children. And yet Dave's Gourmet has receipts that refute everything Chef P is saying, and they went out of their way to help her in any way they could by lending her money in the first quarter and not taking it back until the second quarter. And all Chef P did, in my opinion, is take the piss out of Dave's Gourmet. She was trying to charge them for all of her purchases, such as 4 pairs of sneakers, clothes, the food that her and her children were consuming. And that wasn't all. She threw herself a birthday party that cost $10,000, and she even tried to bill them for that. I've got to ask at this stage, is this lady delusional? Does she need to be in one of those cells with the padding around it? Because in my opinion, I think she does. How can you spend $120,000 in around 10 months? That's 12 grand a month. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know when people get money, it goes to their head and they go out on a spending spree. But this woman has rent to pay and she's got children, so you would have thought that she would take better care of the money that she has received. At least I would think that. She takes no accountability for her spending in any way, shape, or form. Well, thinking about it, she just thought herself, didn't she, that she could just keep going back to Dave's any time she was in a bind and they would pay her, because that's what they did for quite a while. So she just thought that she could carry on doing that. Luckily, now she's found out that she can't, which is about time, in my opinion. Dave's Gourmet did everything they could to make this relationship go as swimmingly as possible, and she did everything she could to tarnish it and make it go wrong. Has any of this stopped Chef P? No. Believe it or not, she's got a new product coming out that she's promoting on her website. It's a blue sauce and another pink sauce, and these are classed as blue and pink seasonings. I would have to ask, is that allowed? Because this pink sauce is in a packet and it is named pink sauce. Surely she's under contract to Dave's Gourmet. So how can she then produce another product called pink sauce? I don't think that is allowed, personally. Do you? Because of the fiasco of what happened with the pink sauce the first time, at least there is one thing. She has learned that there are rules and regulations. So how is she getting around those with this new product? She is using something called the cottage food law. She must like the sound of $20 for each product, because each packet of this seasoning is again $20. Personally, I hope Dave's Gourmet sues her butt, but looking at it from their point of view, she hasn't got any money. She doesn't own her own home. And if the GoFundMe is anything to go by, she doesn't have any assets either because she spends money like water as soon as she gets it in her hand. Throughout all of this, I have maintained the same thought that Chef P is the actual problem. I'm hoping at some point there will become an end to this saga, but I just have a feeling that that's not going to happen anytime soon. What will she come up with next? Do you think she will mix the blue sauce and the pink sauce together to come up with a purple sauce? God forbid. I hope not. And if she ever watches this video, I really hope she doesn't get any ideas about it. Well, that's it for this video. If there are any updates on the pink sauce lady known as Chef P, I will be back again. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.